Today we are reading chapter 32 and 33 today. Last time we read, I'm trying to remember because it is over the weekend ago. They were going to play, Kyle, Sierra, Akimi, and Miguel were going to play the Bibliomania game. And they had just learned a little bit about Sherlock Holmes. So let's jump right into 32 because I'm sure we'll be able to catch up a little bit more quicker. Okay, Sierra, said Kyle. Your turn. Sierra flicked the spinner. The pointy tip ended up in the yellow 200 zone. So she went ahead and pulled a yellow card. It's definitely for the 200 section, she said, showing her clue to Miguel before revealing it to Kyle and Akimi. Weird, said Miguel. What? Said Kyle, before Akimi could. Well, the 200s are where they keep books on world religions. But there are 2 numbers on this card, said Sierra. Maybe this time we need to find 2 books, suggested Kyle. I don't know, said Sierra, studying her card. 220.5203 is obviously a call number. Obviously, said Akimi. But this other number isn't in the proper format. 2/20/15. February 25th, 2015, said Akimi. Quick, what happened on that date? Nobody knows, said Kyle, because it hasn't happened yet. Oh, right. Okay, how about February 20th, 1915? And so this book was published, I guess, before 2015, in 2013. So 2015 hadn't happened yet in our book. That was just opening day of the Panama Pacific International Exposition in San Francisco, said Sierra. Jaws dropped. Sorry, I'm a big fan of world fairs. Everybody else just nodded. Finally, Miguel spoke up. Look, let's just go down to the 200s room and find 220.5203. Then we can figure out the second chunk later. The team once again trooped down to the second floor and worked their way around the circular balcony. You guys, said Sierra, looking across the atrium at the statues, remember how they switched all the hologram authors when Bridget Wage did her extreme challenge? Yep, said Kyle. She was doing good till she got to that Russian dude. What Russian dude? Asked Miguel, who hadn't witnessed Bridget's elimination. Guy who wrote 5 or 6 books Sierra could tell you about. But look, said Sierra, now all the author statues are the same ones as they were last night. So, said Kyle thoughtfully, if they can switch them around, these must be clues for our game, blurted Akimi. She pulled out a pen and her notepad. I'll write down their names. Start with the guy under the 000 wedge of the Wonder Dome, suggested Kyle. Right. Akimi read the labeled pedestals and jotted down the authors' names. They were Thomas Wolfe, Booker T. Washington, Stephen Sondheim, George Orwell, Lewis Carroll, Dr. Seuss, Maya Angelou, Shel Silverstein, Bosch, and Todd Strasser. So, said Akimi, when she'd finished writing, do you think this game could get any more complicated? Maybe, said Kyle. It's possible that Mr. Lemoncello left a couple of different paths to the same solution. Well, personally, I can only take one path at a time, said Akimi. So, let's go find 220 point whatever. Should be in the next row of bookcases, said Miguel. Here you go, 220.5203, the King James Bible. Ashte Liber, an excellent choice, said the man in a thick German accent. The 4 teammates spun around and were face to face with a semi-transparent guy in medieval garb with a fur-trimmed cap and a beard that looked like 2 raccoons' tails were sewn together under his nose and chin. I am Jonas Gessenfleisch, zur Laden zum Gutenberg, the holographic image said, who had ink stains all over his fingertips. You created the Gutenberg Bibles on your printing press, gushed Sierra. Yeah, bestseller. You need help with the Bible? I'm at your service. He bowed. Okay, said Akimi, turning to Miguel. Take it away, Miguel. Herr Gutenberg, sir, we're looking for 22015. Das ist einfach, huh? That is easy. 2:20:15 is Exodus chapter 20, verse 15. Of course, said Miguel. Exodus is the second book of the Bible. 20 and 15 are the chapters and verse. He flipped through some pages. Here we go. Exodus chapter 20, verse 15. Thou shalt not steal. Chapter 33. Let's put the two cards on the table, said Charles. He and his so-called teammates, Andrew and Haley, Charles planned on dumping them both right before he made his glorious exit from the library. He scoured the library together for hours looking for more book cover matches. Peckelman wasn't nearly as good with the Dewey Decimal System as he had claimed, and Charles needed somebody to do that sort of thing for him. His father always hired tutors or research assistants whenever Charles had to do a major project or report. Finally, around 6, in, coincidentally, the 600s room, they scored twice, finding T for you and me, 641.3372, and why not lose weight, 613.2522. Now their picture puzzle had only 4 blanks remaining. Okay, said Andrew, I think it's pretty clear. Woolly blank walk up the skinny blank blank in house Indian and 19 blank. Charles nodded and said, interesting, even though he knew Peckelman was way off. Hello, said Haley. That doesn't make any sense. Sure it does, said Andrew. No it doesn't. In his head, Charles had decoded the clues so far as ewe, a female sheep, blank, walk out, the, way, blank blank, in, past, blank. But out loud he said, I think we're just going to have to tweak Andrew's translation just a little. Fine, go ahead, I don't care. Andrew slumped down to his seat to sulk. How about she blank walks out the skinny blank blank, house 500 and past blank. Where'd you get that, said Haley. From sheep, the card you gave us. Actually, I think the sheep is supposed to mean you, since a ewe is a female sheep. Fascinating, said Charles. I didn't figure that out. What he did figure out was that Haley Daly was much smarter than he assumed. She could be a serious threat. In no way was Charles sharing his prize with anybody, especially her. And how did you get to the 500 from India? She said. Simple, Indianapolis, the capital of Indiana. It's home to a race called the Indy 500. Okay, so how about you blank walk out the skinny blank blank in, because of the Nancy Drew books about an inn, 500 pass or past blank. Now Peckelman piped up. That makes more sense than what you said, Charles. Indeed, said Charles. Perhaps the clues are telling us to locate a secret skinny passageway 500 paces past some landmark here in the library. Andrew was excited. This is like that pirate game from Treasure Island. Or, said Haley, maybe these clues are telling us we need to go out and find the 4 books we haven't found yet. We should split up. I'll go to the 400s room. We've already been there, said Andrew. Well, you guys must have missed something, said Charles. He figured if Haley Daly was wasting time retracing their steps, and Andrew had already taken, she would find nothing new and become less of a threat. Let's meet back here at, say, 7? Fine. Haley left the meeting room. Charles went to the door and closed it. You know what we really need? He said to Andrew. Chocolate milk and maybe some cookies? Charles shook his head. No, Andrew. We need whatever clues Kyle Keeley and his team has found, especially if they have our missing cards. Dun dun dun. All right, we'll continue chapter 34 tomorrow, and I will see you then.